Hi, boys and girls. Today, we're going to talk about character motivations. We're going to think about the characters in our books. We're going to think about the important actions that they take within the story. And we're going to think about really why are they doing that? That's what it means by character motivations. Can you set up your notebook with this as the title? You can write down character motivations on the very top line. And then underneath that, we're going to write down what character motivation means. So can you skip a line and write down this sentence? You can pause the video to give yourself time to write that. Okay, motivations are the reasons characters do the important things they do. So we have this now in our notebook so we can refer back to it if we need it. But we should constantly be thinking about the choices our characters make, and we should be thinking about why they make these choices. That's going to tell us really what they're like as a person. So let's look at what motivations might be. A character might do something for love. They might do something because they're angry and they're doing it out of anger. They might be motivated by money. Money might be something that causes a character to do something. And they also might be motivated by an object. Maybe they really want something, they want to buy something, they want to steal something. So an object could also be a motivation. It might not just be a feeling. So we're going to think about Little Willie. We know him pretty well as a character. And we're going to ask ourselves some questions. We want to know, what are his motivations? What are the important things that he does? And why does he do these things? The second two questions are going to help us really focus on the first. The first question is our major goal. So again, we're going to write something in our notebook. We're going to split the page in half. And on one side, we're going to write actions. And the other side, we're going to write reason. And we're going to think about, why does he do the things he does? So you can write that in your notebook. And I'm just going to add a little bit to mine to help us. But under actions, we're thinking about, what does he do? And under reason, it's what is his motivation? Or thinking, why does he do these things? So let's think about Stone Fox and Little Willie. What are some of the important things he does? Well, one of the most important things, I think, harvests those potatoes. And he does it all by himself with just Searchlight. It's a major thing. We've talked about that for a 10-year-old boy to do. Another thing is he's always taking care of Grandfather. We read about how he wakes up in the morning, he makes breakfast, he combs his hair. He's doing everything possible to make sure Grandfather is okay. And he also enters a race. And it's not just any race, it's not a child race. He enters a race for adult dog sledding, which is a big deal. So we have three major events that Little Willie does to keep the story moving, or events in the story. Now let's talk about our reasoning. Why does he do these things? Well, he harvests the potatoes so that he can make money, right, off the harvest. He wants to make money off the harvest. And he takes care of Grandfather. Well, I think we can all agree he takes care of Grandfather because he loves Grandfather. And he enters the race also to make money. Okay, so when I look at these three reasons, I see two of them are involving money. But as a reader, and knowing this story, I know that there's a little more to that money than just to make money. So this is the important part. We don't want to just list our actions and our reasons, but we want to be able to say what this tells us about Little Willie. So really, when I'm thinking about making money, I know Little Willie wants to make money so he can save the farm. And I know he wants to save the farm because he thinks it's going to help Grandfather get better. So I'm going to come up with a sentence that explains my thinking about Willie's motivation. So Little Willie, and you can write this down, you can pause the video when I'm done so that you have the whole sentence. Little Willie wants to make money to save the farm because he loves grandfather and wants him to get better. I think that's the motivation behind everything that little Willie does. He loves grandfather and he wants him to get better. So this tells us that little Willie is a really good character. He cares about other people, mostly his grandfather, and he will do anything to help him. So I'm going to add that into my description. He will do anything to help grandfather. So as you can see, the way I listed his actions and his motivations, why he does it, helps me better understand little Willie. And I think really thinking deeply about these two motivations about making money, we have to ask ourselves, why does he want that? It still goes back to the motivation that he loves grandfather. So everything little Willie does is centered around that idea. Now I want you to try it with your other books. You can choose, maybe we'll choose 2. You can focus on Justin and the Best Biscuits. You can talk about Felita and her motivations, or you can talk about Camilla Cream and why she does the things she does. You can also do this on your own book. Whatever independent book you're reading right now, you can think about their actions and their motivation. So maybe choose 2, and in your notebook, you're going to do the same kind of chart we did. We only listed 3 events, and I think that would be good for any of the books you do. Maybe try to find 3 events that or actions that your character does. And then for each action, decide why are they doing that? What is their motivation? And see if you see some common patterns. Once you do that for each book, let's try to write a sentence like we did. I'm going to go back to it for little Willie to help us understand our character a little more. His motivations or her motivations should really help us understand them as a person. Okay? So good luck, enjoy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.